Hey, what up, guys? Back with No Content TV. Okay, guys. Today's my Sunday sermon, and today's topic is Fat Man Scoop. You know, if you was to pass away today, where would you go? Okay. Before I play and continue on with my content, I want you guys to check out the last words that Fat Man Scoop said on his on this last concert appearance. Y'all check it out.
I said, help me make some noise! Wait up. If you came to party, make some noise.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard him, but he said lay down. I don't know if you guys heard that. So he was already out of it. But anyway, so where would you go today if he was to pass away? You know, I go on social media looking for a lot of content, and it's mainly TikTok and things like that. And what I see on TikTok is a lot of atheists and Satanists. They will have these platforms and they will invite guests to try to debate them, and the host, most of the time, they will try to debate the guest on their beliefs. And these people stand so firm in their beliefs. These people mainly target the Christian God. They always say that, oh well, how come we don't worship Thor, or Santa Claus? Santa Claus. How come you don't worship Santa Claus? Or they bring up all these mythical figures and try to compare with Christ. You know what I mean? But the difference between these mythical figures and Christ, these people are solely stay on the Christian God for whatever reason. They don't try to debate other people with against Thor or against these other myths that happened in the past, but they will stay on Christ. And you know what? And one of them said, I think it was an atheist Satanist guy. He said, well, he's the most popular. Okay, good. He's the most popular. I don't think it's because it's the most popular. I think it's because because God has rules and you don't like the rules that he have. It's not because it's the most popular. It's because you don't like the rules. And since they don't like the rules, they come out on these platforms and try to debate all the guests that come in there. And what they don't realize is that they're using faith. They're not even sure about what they believe in. And when you ask them where they're going to go when they die, they say, well, I don't know. Or they will say that we're not going to go nowhere. We're just going to go to dust, whatever. I say, how do you know that? They don't know for sure. And I'm saying to say this, y'all, with Fat Man Scoop, successful guy, produced a lot of records. It's a legend in the hip hop industry. And I'm pretty sure he's a wealthy man, and as you guys can see, money doesn't help you. His last words were, "Are you guys having fun?" That was it. That's how fast it. That's it. But I'm here to tell you guys today, man, that Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life, that no one comes to the Father but through him. And that's a fact. We don't know Fat Man Scoop's faith. We don't know his lifestyle. All we know that night he was performing with his shirt off. And that was it. And it's crazy because a lot of those people that were in the stands, all his fans, seen this man pass. And most of those people that's in the stand that saw him pass, some of them, or most of them, probably atheists, probably don't even care. to believe in any higher power, anything like that. You know, they just seen a man passed away right in front of their face. You know what I mean? Can no one confidently say that when you pass away, that there will be nothing after death? No one knows that. See, a lot of times atheists want to test everything else, but you cannot test the untestable. You cannot test what happens after death. See, science will not answer all the questions. Okay? Because supernatural is beyond science. When Jesus walked on water, it's beyond science. So you can't use science to prove everything at all because it doesn't work. What science can prove is the existence of God, you know? And that's a fact, you know? Atheists a lot, they will try to debate you using faith. And a lot of times say, well, it's not faith. We have evidence. We have evidence. No, they do not have any evidence. They don't have any evidence at all. They have faith. And they literally go by what somebody else told them. Because they always want to say, well, somebody told us something. We believe what we believe because some Christian guy told you something. Well, they believe what they believe because some guy with a college degree told them that they came from rocks. And they get upset when you tell them that they came from rocks. You know, the earth cooled down, and then all of a sudden, these genomes, DNA blueprint codes just appeared and start building life. It's crazy. You know, but and I'm just saying this to say this, guys. You know, FATMAAN SCOOP. It happened that fast. It happened that fast, man. Prayers to all his family. Yeah, prayer for his family. And hopefully he was saved. You know, we don't, like I said, we don't know if he was saved or not. Yeah, so I just encourage you guys to just use your mind. If you have ears to hear, let them hear. If you have eyes to see, you know what I mean? Use it, because it's real simple. A lot of times people try to come up with their own reality. I am God. I'm my own God. There's no free will. All these nonsense. Well, if you want to say that there's no free will and God dictates everything we do because there is no free will, then let it be. I would rather have God dictate my life than to have free will. I don't want free will. How about that? I don't want free will. I want God to direct my life. How about that? Now, am I perfect? No. I'm going to fall? Yes. Do I have habits? I do. You know. Am I battling? Yes, because life is a battle. You know. So for everybody that's out there battling, keep battling. You know. You're not perfect. You got to fall. You got to make mistakes. You know. But just continue to do better. That's all I can tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So there go that free will argument. You know, yeah, I want God to take over my life. I don't want to have free will. You know, so that's that. But atheists want to have free will. Satanists want to have free will. Then go ahead and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Because in their worldview, Stalin and Hitler, it's okay what they did. And they were able to live a full life with no judgment. So who's going to judge their crimes? Stalin died of stroke, and I think Hitler killed himself. But these guys, I think they were over 60, over 50 years old, they pretty much lived their lives with no judgment. Yeah, y'all people that don't believe, y'all can't say that. Y'all cannot believe that you could go through life doing crime and then think that you can live 80 years old, and then when you pass away, thinking you got away with it. It's crazy to me, man. You know? Yeah, so without Christ, unfortunately, FATMAAN SCOOP, would not be going to a good place. Now, if he was safe and believed in the blood of Christ, then he is saved. So that's the difference between the Christian God and these other religions. And yes, those are other religions because Christianity is to be Christ-like, to be a Jesus follower. That's the difference. And he lived. And they're going to say, well, we don't have no evidence that he lived. Yeah, Pontius Pilate, y'all could go search him up in the books. It's a real person. They even found coins of Pontius Pilate, coins in the Middle East where this king actually did live. And most atheists do believe that Jesus Christ was a real person that got crucified. So that little piece alone, and then the evidence of creation and intelligent design should let you know that there is a God. And for you guys to want more proof, look up Mary Schweitzer. She found live blood tissue in a dinosaur that's supposed to be billions of years old. It was stretchy when they put it underneath the microscope. They get nervous when you tell them that stuff, man. They want to find all the excuse in the world instead of just admitting the fact that those fossils that have blood vessels in them that were stretching when they put them underneath the microscope, that it couldn't have been millions of years old. It had to be just about 6,000 to 5,000 years old. It go against the worldview, so they would try to find any excuse. But the one thing that they cannot deny, the fact that the blood vessel was stretchy underneath the microscope. Hey, man, it is what it is, y'all. That's my Sunday sermon. All right, y'all. Do not leave this earth without your life insurance. This is not pastor's wager. I don't know what they call it. These atheists have a word for everything. This is real facts. People have insurance for everything, man, except for their lives. It's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Until you see some transitional forms that can prove the billions in years, man, don't leave this earth without your life insurance, and it's called Christ's blood. You have Geico, you have State Farm, you know what I mean? You have Liberty, then you have Christ's blood. I recommend I get all four, because you definitely don't want to drive around without no car insurance. You know what I'm saying? And like FATMAAN SCOOP, man, if you would have had Christ's blood, he's covered. Hopefully he had Christ's blood as an insurance. Bailey Panama, back with new content TV. Holla at me. You guys could catch me on my TikTok. Sometimes I go live and I have conversations with some of these atheists and these Satanists and things like that, man. And it got to the point where that they know me now, to the point where when I get on there to try to debate them, they mute me, or they don't want to click on my page to debate me, or they will block me, or they kick me out when I start making some valid points. It's crazy, man. But anyway, this is Back with New Content TV. Please subscribe to the channel. Holla at me.
Yeah.